Students, welcome to class PM. In today's class, we will find the solutions for the exercises of coal and petroleum. First question: what are the advantages of using compressed natural gas and LPG, which is liquefied petroleum gas, as fuels? We know that compressed natural gas LPG are non-pollutants. So the advantage is it? We can easily transport this CNG and LPG with the pipes and cylinders. That is one advantage. And the second advantage is that these two do not release any poisonous gases. That's why they are non-pollutants. Because of these two reasons, we can use the CNG and LPG as our fuels. Second question: name the petroleum product used for surfacing of roads. So petroleum has many products like petrol, diesel, kerosene, paraffin, wax, bitumen. All these are the petroleum products. Among all these, the bitumen is the petroleum product which we use for surfacing the roads. In the olden days, coal tar was used as a surfacing for the roads, but now it is replaced by petroleum product called bitumen. Third question: describe how coal is formed from dead vegetation. What is the process called? Okay, we'll see the process of coal, how the coal is formed. So millions of years back, the low-lying wetlands on the earth are covered with a dense forest. Due to some natural disaster like earthquakes, floods, these are trees and the forests are submerged into the earth layer. They are submerged into the earth layer. Many millions of years, what happened? So many layers are formed on these dead vegetation of forest. So they are under high pressure and high temperature due to absence of air. These dead vegetation slowly converted into coal. The conversion of dead vegetation into coal under the absence of air and with high pressure and temperature is called carbonization. By the process of carbonization, the dead vegetation in the span of millions of years, it is converted into coal. This process is called carbonization. Fourth question: fill in the blanks. Fossil fuels are dash, dash and dash. What are the fossil fuels? We know that coal, petroleum and the natural gas are the fossil fuels because these we are getting from the dead vegetation or dead living organisms from the ocean. So which we are getting from the dead vegetation and organisms, we call it as fossil fuels. So coal, petroleum and natural gas are the fossil fuels. Second, fill in the blank. Process of separation of different constituents from petroleum called. The process of separating different constituents from the petroleum is called refining of petroleum. Refining of petroleum. C. Least polluting fuel for vehicle is. So petrol, diesel, kerosene, all these are the highly polluting fuels. Which is the least polluting? That is compressed natural gas, which is also called CNG. CNG is the least polluting fuel. Tick true or false against the following statements. Fossil fuels can be made in the laboratory, which is wrong because fossil fuels we will get naturally from the earth crust by drilling into the earth crust. So it is a false statement. Second, CNG is more polluting fuel than petrol, which is false statement again because CNG is the less polluting than petrol and diesel. Coke is the most pure form of carbon. True. Coke is the most purest form of carbon. Coal tar is a mixture of various substances. Yes, we learn in the coal substances that coal tar is a combination of 200 plus different substances. So it is a true statement. Kerosene is not a fossil fuel. It is a false statement because kerosene is a byproduct of petroleum. So we are getting kerosene from the petroleum. So petroleum is a fossil fuel. Obviously the kerosene is also fossil fuel. So it is a false statement. Explain why fossil fuels are exhaustible in natural resources. We learned that how the coal and petroleum is formed. It took millions of years for the formation of these fossil fuels. If we use these fossil fuels extensively, what happens? After hundreds of years, these fuels will be exhaustible. Again, for the formation of these fossil fuels, it will take millions of years. That's why fossil fuels by extensive use of human activities can be exhausted. That's why these fossil fuels are called exhaustible fossil natural resources. Seventh question. Describe characteristics and uses of coke. Coke is the coke will obtain coke by the processing of the coal. So the characteristic coke are it is a tough, porous, black color substance and it is used in the manufacturing of steel and also it is used for the extraction of the various minerals and metals from the earth crust. Okay, what is the characteristics of coke? It is tough, porous and in the black color. And what are the uses of coke? Coke is used for the manufacturing of steel and it is also used for extraction of metals. Eighth question. Explain the process of formation of petroleum. So like coal, petroleum is also one of the fossil fuel. So petroleum, how it is formed? So when the animals or organisms which are present in the ocean seas died, they will covered under the clay and sand layers. When organisms which live in the oceans die, they are covered with clay and sand layers. So many millions of years after so many layers formed over these dead organisms of oceans, what happens then? So due to high pressure in the under such a low level layers, very high pressure will be there and high temperature will be there. Air is completely absent. Because of this all conditions, this dead organism slowly converted into petroleum and natural gas, which are extracting by drilling into those oceans. So this is the way the petroleum is formed from the dead organism due to high pressure and temperature and absence of air in the layers of clay and sand. Ninth question. The following table shows that the total power shortage in India from 1991 to 1997. Show the data in the form of a graph. Plot shortage percentages for the year on the y-axis and years on the x-axis. So this given table we have to represent on the graph. Let's make the graph. Okay, solution for the ninth question. What we have to do is on x-axis we have to take the shortage of power. On y-axis we have to take the years from 1991 to 1997. Now we have to plot these given points on this x and y-axis graph. So for 1991 the shortage of power 7.9. 7.9 in the year 1991. So horizontally you can see the 1991 and the shortage of power is 7.9. 7.9 comes just beside before the 8. So here you can mark. This is 1991 and the shortage of power is 7.9. 1992 the shortage of power is 7.8. So 1992 will come here and which is 7.8 just before the 7.9. Here you can mark. Next, in the 1993 the shortage of power is 8.3. So 1993 took the horizontal line and 8.3 will come in this range. Next, in the 1994 the power shortage is 7.4. 1994 will come here and the power shortage is 7.4. So you can take below this midpoint. So if you want to make accurate, you can use the scale also for this purpose. 1994 will come in this range and 7.4 is in this range. Mark here 1994. So we can mark here 1994 7.4. Next, in the year 1995 it is 7.1. So 7.1 just after 7 1991. So here you can mark 7.1. 1996 it is 9.2. So 9.2 will come after 9. for year 1996. For 97 it is 11.5 will come here. 11.5. So now join these marked points and you can see the graph how it will increase and decrease in the various years. So from 1991 to 1992 the power short has been decreased. For 1993 the power short is again increased. For 94 the power short is again decreased, and for the 95 the power short is again increased. For 96 the power short is increased and further increased to 1997. This is the way we can make the graph for the given question.